What's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P and welcome back today for another Fortnite video. Now in today's video, I want to talk about FLYTRAP. You can see the skin I'm using in the gameplay is a brand new skin that came out a few days ago. Obviously his name is FLYTRAP. It came with a new glider, a new pickaxe, and of course the skin itself. I want to talk about him, not only the new skin, but him as in how he relates to the storyline, because he's of very big importance to the main Season 4 lore. I've touched on it a bit previously, but I want to go in depth in this video. You guys know how I like to do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could take a second and drop a like. And if you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. We're closing in on 300k. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So let's start off with just what came out. So obviously, in the gameplay, I am using the FLYTRAP skin. He is a person who looks like he is got plants growing on his arms. His pickaxe is called the Tendril. It looks like a bunch of just random little plants, vine thingies on his axe. And it actually does leave behind some cool animation when you try and harvest anything. It leaves behind like a little root sprout for a few seconds on whatever you hit, which I think is very, very cool. More on that later. So his glider is actually called the Venus Flyer, and essentially, as the name implies, it is basically a Venus flytrap on a glider. As I make this insane edit play, that guy absolutely got bamboozled on that one. So let's recap. His name is FLYTRAP. His axe is the Tendril, and his glider is the Venus Flyer. Noticing a trend here, his name is FLYTRAP, and the glider is the Venus Flyer. So obviously, he definitely is a plant villain, okay? If you guys take a look at the ground, basically wherever you are in the game, especially in the Dusty Desert, you can notice a whole bunch of random plants growing, especially these vine sprouts that are indestructible. You can't hit them. Most things in the game, besides the bushes that grow on the ground, you can hit, but these you can't hit, so it's obviously, not obviously, but I think it has something to do with FLYTRAP here. I really do. If you think about it logically, every single thing this guy has and is related to this guy is plant-based, so that just makes a whole lot of sense. There are a bunch of theories going around saying that the vines sprouting up randomly across the map are going to grow up to be Venus flytraps, which would not be surprising one bit, because this is basically being foreshadowed as strong as they can. It's basically just a blatant, this is what we're going to do. So I truly think, these plants are going to grow up to be something. Wouldn't it be funny if it was they grew up to be Venus flytraps, but instead of obviously getting insects like they do in real life, they chomp down on people when they get too close. It would be a lot like those piranha plants from Mario. Forgive me if I'm butchering that, but there's like a little plant in Mario where if you get too close, it'll bite you. So I kind of feel like that's where we're heading with Fortnite. Definitely let me know if you know what I mean in the comment section down below. Now, FLYTRAP does not have any backbling. I wonder if that has any significance whatsoever to the storyline. Probably not, but at least it's worth mentioning. It's also worth mentioning in the same regard that, when you buy the skin and you go over, to examine the description of it, it says deviously inescapable. Maybe this is hinting at, some future endeavor with the storyline, or just something in the future. Maybe it's going to be impossible to escape his wrath. Whatever he does, whatever the vines grew up to be, maybe you will be unable to escape whatever it is. And of course, the first word of the description is deviously. He's probably a deviant, somebody who is up to no good, somebody who is just absolutely wicked and evil. So we'll see what he has drawn up. I personally think FLYTRAP might even be more evil than Omega, who really knows, but if there's one thing that I can say with a pretty good amount of confidence, obviously not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure FLYTRAP is going to be Omega's right-hand man, the second in command as far as the line of villains goes. I don't know if there's any other actual, serious villains, because, of course, Carbide has Valor, Battlehawk, and a whole bunch more. As far as the villains go, I know it's Omega, who is the ringleader, and then I think this guy, and then the robots, from the Omega Robot Army, so I'm not exactly sure. But that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new around these parts, guys. Like I said earlier, we're getting close to 300k subs, and every single one of you, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel now, because if you've watched to this point in the video, I'm 99.9% sure you enjoyed it. So go ahead and support me. I really appreciate it, and I'll keep pumping the videos out. With that said, catch you later. Peace out.